Doug, first of all, how do you feel about your picks?
Well, you know, every year you have to squirm a little bit about certain picks, but you know, it's fun picking upsets. Anybody can go through and pick out all the favorites, but that usually doesn't work out either because of all the upsets. So it's more fun to try and accept the mission impossible, and that is to try and pick the upsets along with who you think are the favorites. But it's a blast. Michigan State went down early last year, and that pretty much busted my bracket right from the get-go. But it's a lot of fun, and we're right to the point now where I've got the Sweet 16 pick. Okay, starting with the Sweet 16 here, and on the top I've got #1 seed Villanova taking on UNC Wilmington. As much as I love Wilmington and what they've done this year, Nova is the pick.
Any thought about taking Wisconsin?
I did, yes. The Badgers, if they wouldn't have been so inconsistent, I had them beating Virginia Tech in the first game, but offense will be key. I mean, they match up well with Nova, but can they be consistent on offense? And I think they're going to get points from Happ and Hayes, but will Koenig be hot from the outside? If he is, I think the Badgers could upset Nova, but they just haven't been consistent enough for me to take them. I'm going to go with Nova. Next up, Duke and SMU. I love SMU, but Duke has been so red hot during the tail end of the season. As much as I hate them, and I do hate Duke, sorry, Tony, I'm taking them to meet up with Villanova. Gonzaga, you know, they've been lucky because they haven't played anybody all year. Their only loss was to BYU, a non-ranked team. And West Virginia is a team that's played in a very tough conference throughout this year. And I'm going to take West Virginia, knocking off Gonzaga, and down they go. This is going to be a great matchup here. Arizona and Florida State. Love Arizona and what they've done. Yeah, I know it's out west, and they usually fall victim to being a Western team, which has been getting upset. But this year, I'm going with Zona. I'm taking Arizona up to the Midwest. Kansas against Purdue. Boilermakers, nice run. See you later. Oregon lost Boucher. Otherwise, I thought this would be a team that could make a lot of noise, but I think Louisville will have enough to get by the Ducks, and it should be a great matchup with the Cardinals and the Jayhawks. Two birds going at it. Arkansas and Middle Tennessee State. This is a really tough pick. I love Middle Tennessee State. This is a team that has shot the lights out this year. You look at their stats. This is what sticks out for me. They shot 49% from the floor this year as a team. That's crazy good. And I'm going to take Middle Tennessee State, pull the upset, and go to the Elite Eight. And down at the bottom of the bracket, of course, Kentucky. This was a tough matchup. Kentucky, Wichita State. A lot of people have Wichita State knocking off Kentucky. I think that's a good pick. I just finally sided with the Wildcats. They're a very good basketball team and in their own right, so I took them. They're going to match up with UCLA. This is going to be another extremely fun game to watch. UCLA's wide open offense, I think, is going to be too much for Kentucky. I think this is the year of the West, and I think this year the Pack is going to really be proud of what they've done. UCLA I have going on to the Elite Eight. Here I'm just going to go with Nova. I just think that they're better than Duke. As much as I'd love to take West Virginia, and my wife being a Mountaineer, and I'll probably hear it, but I'm going to take Arizona.
To the doghouse you go.
In the doghouse I go. And then Kansas and Louisville, as I mentioned, I think Kansas is one of the best teams in the tournament. I'm taking Kansas over Louisville. And down here, Middle Tennessee State's Cinderella season comes to a close. Like UCLA's offense is too much for them. Got to go with Kansas. I think they're one of the best, and Villanova. For me, it's Kansas that's going to win the national championship over Nova in a very close game. In fact, I'll go 85-81 on the final. I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but I like Kansas to win it all.
So Nova back in the championship, only this time falling short.
Smitten this year by Kansas.